The Boolean type is the only primitive type that is not numeric. We have seen so far the integer primitive types and also the real primitive types. The only values that a Boolean type can have is either true or false. And as if with the other primitive types, we talked about the values that they can have, we will also talk about the operations that we can perform on Boolean values. These operators that work on Boolean values are called logical operators. And the most important of them you see on the slide. We have the AND operator. The AND operator takes two operands. It returns two Boolean type operands. It returns true when both of them are true. The logical OR operator will return true if at least one of the two operands is true. The XOR operator is a little bit more idiomorphic. It will return true when the two operands are different. So the first one is true and the other one is false, or the other way around. The first one is false and the second one is true. And finally, the NOT operator, the symbol for the NOT operator is the exclamation mark, will return true if the single operand that it has is false. Not false means true. Now, these logical operators, we will apply them a lot when we want to test something. And it will be particularly useful to test something when we talk about the if statements in topic 3. So be a little bit patient and we will work a lot with these logical operators. Now, remember what we said, it is the operands of those operators are of Boolean type, and the result of the operators are also of Boolean type. Now, the result can be Boolean even from the application of other operators on non-Boolean values. For example, the comparison operators will take arguments that are not Boolean, they are numeric, but the result of those operations will be of Boolean type. You see the comparison operators on the slide. When we test whether x is less than y or less than or equal, x and y will be numeric, but the result will either be true or false, so it will be of Boolean type. The expression will be of Boolean type. Testing for equality means using the double equals operator, or if we want to test that x is different than y, we use exclamation and equals. This is the symbol in Java. And similarly, if we want to check x being greater than y or greater or equal than y. As I mentioned before, both of the result of the logical operators and the comparison operators are of Boolean type. Finally, it's a very important note, but we will talk in detail about it a little bit later. This is just a hint here, which says that when we use the double equals or the different than operators on reference types, this is still valid. We're not going to have any mistakes, any compile time or runtime mistakes. However, the results may be surprising. And this is because when we compare reference types, variables that are of reference type, then we're comparing the addresses, not the objects. We're comparing whether or not these references are referencing the same object, not whether those two objects have the same values. More on this later.